today we are going to be reviewing the Pop Century Resort. It is a value resort and it is very close to Hollywood Studios for location wise. Now, the Pop Century Resort did open up in December of 2003.
The Pop Century Resort spans on 20th century pop culture, so it explains how people communicated with each other or things that happened around from the 1950s to now.
So another fun fact is the legendary years at the Pop Century was never fully completed. And the reason for that is because it was reimagined and it is now called the Art of Animation.
So the theming of the resort, the 1950s have a tabletop jukebox.
The 1960s is themed with giant yo-yos. It's very hippie-like and also has a lot of tie-dye features.
In the 1970s, Mickey Mouse with a rotary dial phone is about 3 stories tall. And then the 1980s has a 40-foot tall Rubik's Cube.
So the 1990s pay tribute to personal technology like cell phones and computers. So there are 3 themed pools. One is a bowling pin near the 1950s, the Hippy Dippy pool near the 1960s, and the computer pool is of course by the 1980s. Something really cool, whether you're coming into the lobby to check in or check out or even make a reservation, there are really cool time boxes on the side wall which feature different little trinkets, toys, games, anything from the eras that they're from.
Our Pop Century Resort and Art of Animation, which in the center of it has an hourglass lake. The bridge, it originally was featured to have the generation gap, which you do see actually things on the bridge saying the years.
So just want to mention that the bowling pin icon towers about 65 feet high.
So if you count the bowling pins around the resort, there is 9. Where's the 10th? Don't know.
It's actually the bowling pin pool in the courtyard. Nearly 125,000 gallons of paint was used to create the bright colors on buildings on interior and exterior walls.
The 1960s area, it has a giant canister of Play-Doh. Can you name the child?
That's Play-Doh Pete. Phase 1, originally known as the classic years.
Phase 2 was to be the legendary years. That represents the 1900s to the 1940s. It was to have 2,880 rooms. But plans changed in 2011 and it changed to Art of Animation. And Art of Animation opened in 2012. So more about the Hourglass Lake. A fun fact is to run around it is 1.3 miles.
So this is a magic band. Now these bands do come in different colors. You can get them customized as well to maybe a character or a special park or whichever. Those ones you do have to pay for, keep in mind. On the back of the magic band, it does have our names on them as well, which is really cool when you go to the resort. So what the magic band does is this is your room key. It's also part of your park entry. And if you do have a credit card on file, it does help you make purchases in the park. Not to mention there will still be a PIN number, so it is secure just in case you do lose your magic band. It is also part of your meals, so this would have your snacks, meals, that kind of thing attached to it as well. And if you do get the photo pass, which I highly recommend, it allows you to have your whole family in the picture. It also goes onto your magic band as well. So this is basically your all-in-one so that you don't have to carry a bunch of things, which is nice. So if you are in Canada like I am, they do not ship straight to your door. It will be ready for you as long as you pick your colors prior to, I can't remember how, is it 45, 60 days out before you go on your trip, and then you get it right when you go into your hotel. If you are in the United States, you will get it shipped right to your door.
So that's all the neat stuff we have about Pop Century. We're going to continue on with the other resorts we stayed at. Right here, I'm going to just hold my finger here for a second, but I'm going to add some clips from places when we stayed and some pictures there. So if you want to click right here, I'll just wait a little bit. You'll end up seeing some more videos coming up here. We still have Polynesian Resort, Wilderness Lodge, Art of Animation, which I'm probably going to do that next because it kind of bridges into what we just did here. So one more thing. So since I did point up here, it showed kind of our last videos from the history. I'm going to put another thing right here, and that's going to be from our last review at our last resort we stayed at. Well, not the last resort we stayed at, the last resort we did a review on.